Welcome, and we're going to start with creating new layers, and before we do that we'll have to start the drawing. Once you have your window open, you can select the layers and the layer properties. So click on that and you'll see that you have your very first layer, which is layer 0. It's white and continuous line type. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take a look at this top row. The first one is new layer, so this is what we'll use to start a new layer. This one here is frozen in all viewports. This one is delete layer, and then this is to set the current layers as the active layer. So click on new layer and type in object. So this is where all of our objects will be. We'll create a new one. We'll call this one dimension. Another layer, which we'll call center lines. Fourth one, we'll call it construction lines. And let's say we make a typing error and we want this as hidden lines. And we go, oops, oh, we didn't spell hidden right. So you can click on it and correct the spelling or change the name. And there we have our 5 layers that we're going to work with. Next thing we're going to do is change the color. So hidden lines we'll make as green. Construction lines we could make as magenta. Center lines we'll make red. Dimensions are blue, and you can see that actually I'm double clicking on the color. We'll make the object lines green, and we'll make the hidden lines yellow. So for the line type, we're going to double click on the line type, and this is currently continuous, but what we want to do is load some new types of lines. So scroll down here to add hidden. OK. Click on hidden, hit OK, and now the hidden lines are going to be that dashed line. Center lines, double click on there, load, scroll down. We want center lines, hit OK. Switch that to center line. We'll change the construction lines to a dashed line. So look for a dashed line there. Dashed, click OK. Center, and then our dimensions and our object lines are going to be the same. So those are your layers. So if I close this and we select layer object, which will be our current layer, and we create a line, we can start drawing our box. And if you wanted to create a center line, we can go to the center line and create our line. And what you'll notice is that the actual line itself is a dash and a dot. If we have hidden lines, they're going to be yellow and dashed. And the last one was construction lines. Those are going to be magenta and dashed as well, but a bigger dash than the construction lines. So those are different layers that we're going to work with, and if you want to change one object to a different layer, then you can actually click on the object, change it to a center line, and then now that line is changed. And maybe this one you want to change to a construction line, so click on it, click on the layer that you want it to go on, and it'll switch it over. So now we're set up to do some drawings.